It was in September 1992 in a group of 20 members. I had gone for a trekking of Mundanturai Tiger Reserve surrounding Agastya Koodam hills bordering southern Kerala and Tamil Nadu. We wanted to explore the dense evergreen forest, climb the steep but dangerously slippery rocky hills, visit the temple dedicated to sage Agastya. We also wanted to have the first-hand experience of learning about a unique herbal medicine found only in that area. We went for the trekking from Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu. Crossing the turbulent Tamraparni river on a raft, our trekking started in the wee hours of the day and we could reach the tribal hamlet of the Kanis by late evening. After the dinner, sitting around a campfire, we had interaction with the tribals. There we raised the question about Arogya Pacha, Trichophus, Silanicus, Travancoricus and its magical healing powers. But the tribals appeared to be not willing to discuss anything about it. But after much persuasion, one of the tribal youths who was to guide us through the jungles to the peak of Agastya hills the following day promised to show the herb, and he did keep up his promise. By late afternoon on the second day of the trekking, when we almost ran out of our energy levels, we noticed that it is a green perennial herb with leaves resembling that of a pepper vine. But to our great joy and relief, we could immediately feel the change in our energy levels the moment we consumed a few fruits and chewed a few leaves. There was a dramatic improvement in the energy levels in our sagging body, tired as they were by the day-long hazardous trekking. That only increased our interest on the herb, about which we already had some knowledge. The herb was by that time in the limelight thanks to an expedition in 1987 by a group of research scientists from TBGRI, Trivandrum, Kerala. During their expedition, the scientists came to know about the strength-giving powers of the herb. Later, when they subjected it to scientific studies, it was found that consuming the herb results in 1. Activates the body's natural defenses, cellular immune system, delays hypersensitivity reactions and antibody synthesis. 2. Increases the number of polymorpho-nuclear granulogates. 3. Exhibits hepatoprotective and colorectal activities. 4. It has adaptogenic properties as evidenced by anti-peptic ulcer and anti-fatigue effects. The scientists soon isolated the active elements in the plant, developed it into a drug, named it Jeevani and got patent right for it. They soon found out that the only plant grown under certain specific conditions alone have the required active ingredients to make the drug effective. This effectively ruled out the commercial cultivation of the plant outside the forest. In a unique gesture to the tribals who helped to locate the plant, the TBGRI decided to share 50% of the revenue with them. For this, they facilitated Kani tribes of a particular Gram Panchayat to form Kerala Kani Samudaya Kshema Trust in 1997. The license to manufacture the drug for 7 years was sold to Aryavaidya Pharmacy Shala, Coimbatore Limited for a license fee of 10 lakhs rupees. The proposal was earlier approved in 1995 by Chief Minister of Kerala, who also was the chairman of TBGRI. But soon it became the bone of contention between many, reminding one about the Panchatantra story of a monkey mediating between two hungry but quarreling cats who got a piece of bread but unable to decide about the ownership. But in the case of Jeevani, the hungry cats were many in numbers, right from the opposition members in Kerala Assembly who objected the license fee as dismally low and demanded that the license to be sold to some public sector companies. The second objection was from the rest of the Kani tribes spread all over Kerala and Tamil Nadu, who were left out of the society formed with the Kanis residing in one Gram Panchayat. They felt that the scientists have pirated the tribal knowledge with ulterior motive. They charged that the manufacturer would destroy the available stock of the plant very fast once they start collecting and making huge profits. The third objection came from KIRTADS, a research training institute for SC and ST, who also held that the deal was not fair for the Kanis as they were not involved in negotiating the deal with the private drug manufacturer. They demanded that the Kani tribe should alone have the right to manufacture the drug. The forest department opposed the harvest of the plant cultivated with the financial help from the tribal welfare department and ITDP of Government of India in the reserved forest, mentioning that the herb was not included in the list of NTFP. They also held that the forest department also must have a share to the monetary benefits as it was grown in the forest. Soon the tribes from other states and countries like Sri Lanka, Malaysia, who were knowing about the medicinal properties of the herb, raised their objection to the patent right. All these bickerings left the license holders Arya Vaidya Pharmacy high and dry and hugely disappointed as it was not able to procure the herb in sufficient quantities despite having a good market for the drug Jeevani. In the meanwhile, a leading US food supplement manufacturer and vitamin store chain, the Great Earth Companies INC, managed to seize the opportunity and secure trademark rights for Jeevani and marketed the product Jeevani Jolt 1000 without technically infringing on the IPR of the original drug. Thus, after 8 years of research that relied on Kani tribal knowledge and a benefit sharing arrangement that was touted as a model compensation scheme to give back equitable returns to tribals, Jeevani is now available in the West as an energizer, anti-stress, adaptogen and immune system supporter for a mere US dollars 21.99 for 60 capsules. Moral of the story: the herb has medical heritage, but it seems can always be discovered or commodified and owned far from its place of origin. Here are a few strategies that may address the challenges related to future revenue sharing models. 1. Initiate communication with all the stakeholders on implementing the project with a due concern to the biodiversity and conservation for sustainable use of the herb. 2. Initiate communication with members of the tribe from all parts of the district to know their concern about that arrangement and explore ways to involve them in planning and implementing the project. 3. Establish mechanism to prevent piracy of the plant and exploitation of the tribes by outsiders. 4. Develop a protocol to provide guidelines for negotiations for access to biodiversity and safeguarding interests of the local and tribal communities and provide fair benefit sharing arrangement. There are some other aspects that can also be considered to protect the traditional medicines. They are: 1. It may be both ancient and contemporary. 2. It may be codified or non-codified. 3. It may involve products or process. 4. Concerns of the shareholders of traditional medicines knowledge in respect of patent protections are twofold, involving novelty and inventive step. Any step to cover these two issues results in losing the patent right on the traditional medicine. 5. high cost of filing patent applications. 6. Issues related to trade secret protection. In conclusion, it may be mentioned that traditional medical knowledge has played great role in identifying substances having pharmacological value useful in Western medicine. Products used to traditional medical knowledge, in particular botanical, have an important and growing role to play in the international trade involving medical products. Finally, traditional medical knowledge has proven to be a source of leads to identify products that can, with further work, find widespread application in treatment of diseases, especially in developing countries like India, where the flagship programs like National Rural Health Mission failed miserably despite pumping in huge financial resources. Thanks to the paucity of trained medical professionals belonging to a particular system of medicine that was forced on the public healthcare system of the country. Thus, the modalities for protection of the traditional medicines are still emerging and evolving. Even at the international level, clarity has as yet not emerged and countries are grappling to understand the issues.